Your season of isolation is not punishment. And a lot of times we can think that because we feel isolated or because we've seen friends drop off and sometimes family that is disconnected from us, it can feel like punishment sometimes. But listen, that season for you is meant for you to lock in and to grow. It's meant for you to have no distractions. It's also meant for you to be able to tap in more to God and to what the purpose is for your life. Because to be honest with you, sometimes when you're chosen, you go through periods of darkness. You go through seasons where it feels like you're the only person that exists and that you are completely invisible is really the feeling that you have. And that feeling of invisibility can make you feel like no one loves you and that no one cares about you. But listen, God loves you. And even when you're isolated and you feel like there's this cloud around you that no one can see what you're going through, and that you're crying out for friendship and you can't find it, and you're looking for love and it seems to evade you, those times and those periods, they're going to come more than once in your life as a chosen person. And what I mean by chosen is that you know that God has set you apart. And this is for those that God has specifically touched you in ways that other people may not have been. You've had a personal experience that's so deep. And to be honest with you, it can be scary because when you're going through that dark night of the soul and you are up at night and you're crying and you're wondering, why is this happening to me? What did I do? What is it that's happening? And all of the feelings are coming and they're rushing at you and you feel like you're crazy. And in some cases, maybe you were, and you got committed to, a nut house. And I'm not meaning that in a negative way, but that's an experience that some of us have actually had. And if people were to look at you, they would think that you've been through nothing. You look like you have not a care in the world. And the reason why you have those reactions from people is because you have that grace. When you go through those seasons where it's years of you unpacking and you releasing the trauma and the hurt from the past, and you're releasing the emotional baggage and the weight that you've carried for so long, for so many years, the emotional strain of having too much responsibility on you and being the only one that you can count on and that everybody else may count on. I mean, your family is the one that counts on you. You may not have anybody around that you can rely on or even ask for $100 or a gallon of milk. And sometimes that level of responsibility for a long period of time can put you in a space where you do feel like you have no one. But the truth is you do. You have the creator of the universe who has uniquely touched you and blessed you and covers you to where that, you're kind of in a bubble in a sense. And that bubble is, again, that feeling that you have been completely isolated. Lean into that period. I mean, it can go on for multiple years. Who knows how long the season of isolation is, but that's that growth. It may take you longer to grow into the person you're becoming. And when God has a great, work that he wants to do through you and in you, it's going to take longer for you to go through that season. And it doesn't mean that you're forgotten. It doesn't mean that you're not loved. It doesn't mean that you're not seen. It just means that God's hand is on your life for a greater purpose. So don't be afraid of this period. Don't think that it's never going to end. Seasons change. As summer turns to fall and fall turns to winter, and those seasons change. And so think back over your life. Nothing has lasted forever. There's been periods that you've gone through, maybe a financial turmoil, and then you all of a sudden you got a job that was making more money and you were able to provide, or an opportunity came through that you were waiting on and now you feel like you finally crossed over. Or maybe now you finally found those friends that you were so desperately craving, and that intimacy that you were looking for so many years. And everything does come to an end eventually. So I encourage you, don't give up in this season. Don't let the darkness and the silence make you feel that it's all over for you. Because the greater the purpose, the deeper the planting. And when seeds are planted, they're in the dark, man, they're in the dirt, and nothing looks like it's happening. Nothing looks like it's happening. I mean, I even read where bamboo, once it's planted, it can take years for that to even show signs of growth. But overnight, it sprouts up several feet in the air. Overnight. So what does that say to you and me? That says that what is right now is not forever. My time is coming, and there's going to be a suddenly. I was going to say there's a possibility of a suddenly, but you know what? That possibility is sure, because God says that suddenly is coming. So wait on your suddenly. Wait patiently on your suddenly. Pray during your suddenly. And more than anything, believe and trust that God is with you in this season. All right? So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do that. Like, share, and send it to someone who needs to hear this message. And until next time, have a great day.